Let's go over some of the core enrollment requirements that you may need to complete before registering for a course. First is English proficiency, as English is our language of instruction at Harvard DCE. When you create your My DCE account, you'll be asked to fill out your student information, including your native language. We define native language as the first language you learned to understand, speak, and write. If your native language is not English, you must provide proof of English proficiency through a qualifying test score or satisfactory transcript. You must fulfill this requirement before you can register for courses. If this applies to you, we recommend you upload the required proof of proficiency documents as soon as possible, as documents are manually reviewed and can take several business days to approve or deny. If you are an international student seeking an I-20 visa, your documents must be submitted by Monday, April 14th, 2025. For all other students whose native language is not English, you must submit your documentation by Tuesday, June 10th. Our website outlines more information about how to fulfill English proficiency, including accepted documents. Next is the test of critical reading and writing skills, or the CRUISE test for short. Not all courses require CRUISE. A passing CRUISE test is required for our more writing-intensive courses. If required, this will be noted in the course description on the course catalog. The test is an hour long and includes a short passage followed by 5 multiple-choice questions and a short writing prompt. Tests are manually graded by Harvard Summer School and can take up to 2 weeks from the submission of your test to receive your results. Therefore, if it is needed for your course of interest, we recommend that you take the CRUISE test as early as possible, as you will be unable to register for the course until you have received a passing score on the test. Please note that if English is not your native language, you will need to have met the English proficiency requirement first in order to take the test. Next up, we have the math placement test. This placement test is highly recommended or even required for several math and economics courses at Harvard Summer School. If a course recommends or requires the math placement test, it will be noted in the prerequisites section of the course description. The final requirement we will go over is immunizations. All students who are taking an on-campus course or living in summer school housing must comply with Massachusetts and Harvard University regulations requiring proof of immunization against certain communicable diseases within 14 days of registering for a course. This requirement does not apply if you are registered in an online course and will not be living in Harvard Summer School housing. For detailed information on all of the Harvard Summer School enrollment requirements, please visit our page by going to summer.harvard.edu, searching for the course registration page, and then clicking Enrollment Requirements on the left-hand side of the navigation bar. Thank you. Harvard Summer School has several enrollment policies. Let's dive into some of our more important and relevant ones. We have a minimum age policy. If you are a high school student currently completing the 10th, 11th, or 12th grade, including those graduating this year, you will need to apply and be admitted into either our pre-college or secondary school program. For adult and college students, if you have completed high school, you must be at least 16 years old by June 20th, 2025, to enroll in non-credit and undergraduate credit courses. You must be 18 years old at the time of registration to enroll in a course for graduate credit. If you are a current undergraduate student under 18 years old, you must submit an official letter from your school confirming your degree-seeking status before you can register. We also have full and part-time enrollment, which is dependent on the number of course credits you register for. Credits are listed in the course descriptions in the course catalog. Full-time enrollment at Harvard Summer School is 8 credits, or typically 2 courses. Half-time enrollment at Harvard Summer School is 4 credits, or typically 1 course. If you are a Harvard Extension School degree candidate, please note that if you enroll in a thesis or internship course at Harvard Summer School, you are considered to be enrolled full-time. We also have maximum enrollment limits and policies. If you are looking to take a course during the 7-week session, you are permitted to take up to 8 credits, which tends to be a total of 2 courses. For the 3-week and 4-week session, you can take a maximum of 4 credits, which is 1 course. You should be aware of some limits to overlapping sessions, which will be flagged in our registration system. Students taking a 7-week course can enroll only in another 7-week course. You will not be allowed to overlap a 7-week course with a shorter 3 or 4-week course. However, students are allowed to pair 2 3-week courses or a 3 and 4-week course together. You will also be prevented from moving forward with the registration if you attempt to register for courses with overlapping schedules. As you add courses to your cart, take care to make sure that your selected courses do not meet at the same time. The one exception to this rule would be if you wanted to register for 2 courses with overlapping times, but one of those courses has an on-demand option, meaning that you can complete the course on your own time. Finally, Harvard Summer School credits typically transfer easily to other schools, including Harvard College. However, we always encourage you to share the course description and the syllabus of your selected course with your academic advisor or the registrar's office at your home institution to confirm that the credits will transfer correctly before you register. For questions or support, please contact Enrollment Services for assistance by emailing inquiry@summer.harvard.edu or by calling us Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time at 617-495-4024. We're happy to help.